Shooting for 5 minutes.
Again?
Oh, did you do that already?
Yeah.
What was your time?
The same exact as hers.
Oh, 5:38?
5:38.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
They did it before me. The
Dylan
same
beat
day.
Addie. Kayla's a Division I soccer player. She plays at the Central Connecticut State University. She's been a client at Relentless for going on 3 years now. She started a while ago when she was still in high school in that prep period for her freshman year of college. Started in coaching. She, of course, has had a couple of injuries that we've treated in-house, which has been great because we can keep everything under one roof, and her transition back to returning to play has been seamless.
Yeah. Are shoes on?
Yes,
Okay.
yep, lace them up tight. So we're gonna start with the med ball lateral bound. So 6 to your right, 6 back to the left. Remember, we're loading into that left side. Swing the ball to generate that momentum. Stick, quick switch, and then push. 6 down, 6 back.
Prior to the session, I had this image of the athlete or the performance that she's had in here or I've seen over at ESP, and I haven't seen her in a while. There's been some drastic improvement. Somebody who's gone from, I'm just doing this because people tell me I'm supposed to be doing it, to like, I'm doing this because I'm a competitor and I know that this is the piece to the puzzle that could bring me to the next level or keep the ship moving in the right direction.
And you guys are actually on the same day, so you can go ahead and jump in. We're gonna do the same thing. It's a positive feedback loop. This past fall, even with having a few games off because of injury, she scored multiple goals. She finished, I think, top 1 or 2 in overall points on her team. So that means goals and assists. She was one of the top 2 players. And I think she is seeing the return on her investment. And some athletes respond well to criticism. Some athletes respond well to that positive reinforcement. She's just one that shows really good, positive reinforcement feedback, and when you give her that, she just responds better and better and better. That ball can go back. So we're gonna start with working some lateral movement and change of direction. And ultimately, I think when athletes work with us in a coaching setting, their buy-in is it's always there. It's not that it's not there, but when the athlete gets hurt and we bring them back from getting hurt, man, it looks so much different. We've done this a couple times. This is gonna be your last day on this. This is your first day, so all of this is gonna be relatively new. So we're gonna be working a pattern between the green and yellow cones. Essentially what we're focusing on is changing direction and getting out of certain positions, okay? So we wanna make sure that your changing direction is proficient and is as explosive as possible. All of that is about getting in the right position. When you're hurt, especially at that level, the state of vulnerability that you're in, especially a Division I player, it hurts, and it's heartbreaking to not be out there with your team. And her team, played in a conference final and unfortunately lost, but she was able to come back from that injury in the middle of her season, made an impact, made a difference, competed in that finals game. Unfortunately, didn't go their way, but I think ultimately that created the bigger buy-in. So we're gonna start with just a basic lateral shuffle to that yellow cone, and then stopping in the position that I want you to be in when we change that direction. So if I'm going to the yellow, and if I'm planning on coming back to green, I want you to be thinking our weight needs to be on the leg that's closest to the direction we need to go in, okay? So I want you to cover that ground. It's 5 yards in 3 shuffles or less. So it's gonna be push, 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 and then we stay over that left foot as if we're going to change direction and accelerate back, okay? So you guys, we're gonna do 3 facing the mirrors. 1, 2, 3, stick. And then we'll switch off, and then we'll do 3 facing the windows, just pushing off of the other leg. Okay?
It sucks that it always works out this way, and it's just, you gotta get broken to find out what you're really made of and what you want. It's probably less about the buy-in with Relentless and more about the buy-in with herself.
During the season, she developed a pretty nasty Achilles tendonitis. It totally diminishes your ability to do anything.
Anything. Run, cut, stop.
Right. She did not play 2 games, and then we started to get her back in little by little. And I remember she told me that her coach told her to tell me, if you're not 100%, I don't want you out there. I don't want you playing.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, well, let's get you back to 100% then.
Okay.
Like, when you guys get down here, I want you to hold and stick until I say good. That way, if I need to change anything, I'm gonna do that right then and there so you feel what exactly I'm looking for. So remember what we talked about with you, everything is about staying low.
How many games total did she miss?
I believe 2 or 3.
Okay.
And again, I mean, like as a striker, to still be leading your team in points after even missing a couple of games, like that's huge. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yes, perfect, very nice. Good, walk back.
I remember you being on the phone with her mother, and her mother was very concerned. And then she came in, I think, like an hour or 2 later.
Okay, so the back was in the spring season. I explicitly remember taking her out to the grass behind the parking lot here and just having her like chip me some balls. This is the side that we need to work on, so high focus, right? That, you know, that's ultimately what we were trying to get her back to, like, because that's how she hurt it, striking a ball. But it was a technique issue. Yes, it was a back issue. She hurt her back, but it was because of her technique when striking a ball. It wasn't just a natural occurring back.
An overuse.
Right, right.
It was overuse by pathway of incorrect movement.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That big toe, when you stick, that big toe needs to be grabbing the ground because that is your spring to get out. So right big toe grips and you stay on that inside edge of your foot. Better. Better.
Higher.
Felt a little higher,
Yeah.
yep.
In a regular PT clinic, she comes in here, I got a lower back issue, they massage her lower back. They might do a bunch of really good active exercise to address the back. And then she goes out the next day or the next week and she keeps kicking the way she's kicking.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she's back at the PT clinic going, my back's really pissed off. And then she goes to a doctor and the doctor tells her, well, you can't play soccer anymore.
Right. Same pattern. Now we're doing 3 crossover steps, okay? So it's gonna be cross, 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 stick. Okay? So dip your left shoulder, Kayla. Stay on that left foot. Okay? I mean, if we can't relay it back to their sport, our ability or potential to help them hits a cap very quickly, especially with someone like Kayla, who we're beyond the point of making 10, 15, 20% improvements every time we test her. We're looking for 1 to 5% improvements every time we test her. I know you're not thinking about it, but notice how your left big toe stays on the ground and you're gripping through that big toe. You have to pay attention to those little details. And if you don't know the sport, I'm not claiming I know the sport of every athlete that I treat, but I promise you that I take the time to learn it. I mean, I'm seeing a ballerina right now who's talking to me about releves and all this other stuff, and I'm like, all right, I got some digging to do, I got some research to do. I just need to be able to devote the time to learning, okay, what does it mean when you say releve? What is your routine like? How can we take our movements here and translate that to what you have to do on the dance floor? And soccer is no different. I happen to know soccer because I played at a very high level up until 8 months ago. Questions on that? Clear on what I'm expecting at that change of direction? Okay. So now, one more time, just so we crossover, sprint, sprint, side shuffle.
Okay.
Cross, cross, cross. Yep, go. Go. Side, 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 stick. Good. So now find that position, explode out of it, find that position. It's not a side shuffle or a crossover back, but it's still getting here and then taking off. Yep, go. Go, go, go. Well done. Good job. I'd say, like, working with Kayla, I definitely have that soft spot in my heart because, the other piece you talked about her something changing, right from the last time. I'll tell you one thing that college sports does at any level is it challenges your ability to believe in yourself. It almost gets to a point where your coaches play mind games with you just to see how you respond. And oftentimes, that's very difficult when you're not seeing the field for no reason except for the fact that your coach wants to see how you respond. Like, imagine how frustrating that can be.
A lot like, sounds like the military to an extent, right?
100%.
Well, and I want to be specific about that correlation there. The nature of the military is group effort, individual accountability, right? I think those are the two big ones. And like when you talk about sports, it's like, what is it?
That's what it is.
It's like group effort and individual accountability.
Yeah.
And how do you test that in a young athlete?
You challenge them.
You challenge them.
You can't grow without discomfort. You can't grow without failure. You can't grow without pain. You said before it sucks that you have to get broken in order for you to overcome, but I don't think that's an unfortunate circumstance. I think that's life. With a 5-yard acceleration, I want you guys to cover this 5 yards in no more than 4 strides, okay? So you're gonna start straight on. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, stick, back, and then just sprint all the way to the end. And then here, it's just a decelerate. Okay, so a square stop deceleration.
How do you want us turning here? Do you want us to alternate?
We're gonna go 2 facing this way, 2 facing that way.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, good. Yep, good. You're just going. So everything is straight on accelerations now. Just get to the spot. You watch football? I know you just went to the Patriots game.
Yeah.
Who are the best athletes on the field? The guys wide, right? They're the fastest, they cut the hardest. If you watch them change direction, they can go full dead-on sprint. They put 1 foot in the ground and then they take off. They don't have to take all of these little steps to change direction. It's just boom, and they're off, okay? That's what I'm trying to get you guys to get used to here.
Okay.
Does that make sense? That's why I'm saying don't let any weight shift over if you have to go back this way. Just put your foot in the ground and drive off of it. Open up these strides here. Open, 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 cut, open, 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 cut, open, open, open. Yes, good. The thing that I'm most proud of about this brand is our ability to expose these kids to failure
And hardship.
and discomfort and potentially self-doubt. We are that guide through that very difficult experience. A lot of the times we just talk about the physical discomfort and the challenges that you have to go through your body to get to some certain point, but the psychological warfare that you have to play against yourself in your own mind, I mean, that will break most people. Right. And without that guide, I would argue it's almost impossible to do. So similar idea. Now we're gonna be going against some resistance to help with some more explosiveness. The key with this is going to be staying low, okay? Especially now because what we just did was working on acceleration and deceleration, right? Now the acceleration is going to be resisted, but the deceleration is going to be assisted, meaning there's going to be more force that you have to decelerate against because the band, right? So that should mean that your change of direction is going to be more efficient, okay? So we're gonna start here just right around your waistline. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Notice how I'm staying right here, staying left here. Right, left, right, left, okay? Let's face it, a lot of the kids that we see, they live very blessed lives. They wouldn't be coming here if that wasn't the case. Sure. Right? This isn't free. Right. So we have to be that challenge for them. Right. And sometimes it looks from the exterior maybe too much. And I talk to my team about this almost on a weekly basis. What happens if we don't do that? And what happens if we let them skirt through high school, skirt through college without those challenges? And they get exposed to the real world where our shelter can't extend that far.
Right.
They're on their own.
Right.
Good, second round. Now we're gonna do crossover out, side shuffle back. So cross, cross, side, side, cross, cross, side, side, okay? You know, in life, it oftentimes you come across people in your life or situations in your life that just present to you the difficulty or present to you the bad news, and there is no guide, right? Having the ability to say, hey, look at me. This is not going to be easy. I need you to trust me. More importantly, I need you to trust yourself, and let's get through this.
Low, low.
Faster on that change. Fast out. Fast out. Yep, fine. And time. Good. That's a wrap with that. Take a minute, grab a drink. So you guys are gonna hit 3 sets of your respective exercise. So Sophia, you're obviously starting on the sled. Kayla, you're obviously starting on the landmine. And then you guys are going to switch off. So on the sled, we're doing a crossover sled drag down. So it's crossover, down, push it back, turn, switch sides, crossover down, push it back, okay? Here on the landmine, we're doing those side curtsy lunges. So remember, we're gonna be leaning into the bar. Inside leg is up. We come down, we come across. From here, it's a fast drive straight up through that outside foot, okay? So focusing on the speed of the drive from the bottom up. Different people have different circles of influence. Let's just call it how it is. There's people in your circle of friends or people within your family that you would never talk with about certain things because of fear of criticism or them just wanting to present a solution when you really just want to vent, like for whatever the reason. Sure. There's spheres of influence that affect your ability to talk about certain things, ask for help, right? At the end of the day, I want us to be a safe place for our clients to bring us anything. Bring us their hopes and dreams and successes, but also I want this to be a place where you come after somebody in your family dies. You come after that big loss. You come after that heartbreak. And I just want everyone to know that, like, this is life. This is the metaphor for life. And I want to be a circle of influence in this whole community, in this whole state, where we're just becoming something much larger than a training facility, than a rehab facility. There are very few people I know that have gone through trials and tribulations without some type of guide. And I'm one of them. I'm one of those people that I learned early on as a kid that if I wasn't gonna help myself, then help wasn't going to come because I was too proud to ask for it. Is that what I would want my kids to emulate? No, not at all. That was, I made myself go through so much more hardship than I actually had to because I refused to ask for help. I refused to, pull in a coach or a father figure or someone to be like, hey, I'm struggling. I need help, right? I put that on myself. I don't want our kids to do that. I want our kids to look at me, to look at Miguel, Ryan, Kyle, Leanne, Mason, and be like, I can't wait to get to Relentless today so I can talk to Kyle about what happened. Yep, good. Fast, fast, fast.
I think society a little bit, maybe on social media, has looked at fitness endeavors as a way to heal spiritually, as this like very shallow, bro-ish tactic. But I think it's the easiest way to access a deeper level of spirituality with yourself than anything else.
All right, girls, take a minute, grab a drink.
Expose yourself to hard physical activity, and you'll start to find pieces of yourself. You do have to push past a certain barrier, and most people aren't willing to push past that barrier. But what I see here is a culture of coaches doctors and an entire community of young athletes and adults alike who have adopted this mentality that I need to push to find more about myself.
Yeah. I think on a superficial level, people work out to numb their feelings and numb their heartache and numb their anxiety. And I think the beauty of a weight room is finding that depth of feeling in the pain, in the discomfort, and then understanding if I can get through this metaphorical obstacle here in the weight room, the obstacle in life is going to be a breeze. But you have to find that depth of feeling. You have to find, that pain. Like, we look for the pain, right? We talked about that last week when we trained together. I love feeling that pain when I'm training. And then when you're done, it's like, dude, bring it on. Right. Whatever it is, bring it on. How does that feel today?
My hips.
Yeah, well, that's
So bad.
No knee pain though, right?
No,
Okay.
no.
Please. Yep.
Thanks.
How you feel?
My hips
Hips are tight.
are dead.
Yeah. Today's a lot of hips.
Yeah.
First day is a lot of quads. Today's a lot of hips.